What's up, guys? We're back with another Power Ranger. This time, another version of Kimberly. Yes, Lightning Collection Pink. So this one I actually picked up also on Backstock. 13 bucks. You can't beat that. So cell shaded edition. So it has little highlights and stuff in there. I kind of like that because it reminds me of Borderlands. If you guys know, I'm obsessed with that game though. But we have multiple blasters in there. You got two pink. You got the bow. You got one pink arrow. So, but there's the rest of the box. There's her setup. So we are going to get this thing open. All right. First, my handy scissors here. Get this guy cut. All right. Get the thing out of there. Boom. All right. Of course, it's an open box. I like the open boxes. You can actually see what's in there. Nice little background. Pretty cool. That could come handy later. All right, let's get the actual product out. I like to close this up, the background right there. There's our figure. So you can see multiple hands. Well, you got another set of hands. Then you got a Lightning Collection design going on here of an arrow shooting. Nice little effect going on there. So you got Kimberly there. That's pretty cool. That's different. It almost has a cartoony comic book feel. That's it, the comic book feel to it. That's what I'm looking for. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these out. Then we'll start looking at the actual toys in a minute. All right. Here she is. If you look at that helmet right there, like I said, it has reflection, like from the blast or something like that. Kind of a cool effect. And on the helmet, you got some highlights and stuff in there. That's actually kind of interesting. I've never seen a Ranger like that before. I'm sure they got all of them. So we got a little blue there going on there too. The more effects. It's almost like shadowing of a comic book. I find that very interesting. I'm not saying it's my favorite thing in the world, but it is cool. So she's very movable, just like the rest. So good for posing. Head's a little tight there, no problem. I noticed with her though, she didn't come with an extra head or with the character herself, so that's not bad because I don't really use them anyways. A little highlight back there. So double joint knees, all that stuff too. A little highlight of pink there on her boots and on her feet there too. That's doable, guys. I can dig that. So I'm gonna stand her up, kind of like the picture. That. Then her knee here, and her knees here feel kind of tight though. So I feel like if I pull, see, it's stressing that one right there. So careful with these figures. So, all right, go ahead and turn her head. I do like the point. Looks like she's pointing at you, like she's like you're next. That's cool. That's a cool pose. I like that. All right, but I'm gonna try to set her up like the box in a way. So before we do that, let's look at her weapons. So of course, the closed blaster there. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that in her pouch here. I don't like how it sticks up so far like that. It looks like in the way. I'm gonna turn it around there. Yeah, it doesn't matter which side you put it in. It sticks out too far. That's kind of annoying. But there's one with the blaster open, the blade on it. Not bad. So I have like 600 of these now. Here's the blaster open. I'm gonna go and stick that one in. There we go. It's like draw, partner. So we'll go with that. I'm going to sit her here. If I get her to stand. Yeah, my table's kind of uneven. I moved around earlier from my other video. All right, let's see. There we go. That'll work for right now. Okay. So we did the blasters. So notice her bow is like pink energy. I can deal with that. That's not what I want. And also, it looks like you can build the weapons together. That's cool. That's cool. So it's set up, you can build the weapons. So I bet you there's energy based weapons you can combine and put them together. So I can deal with that. So energy based arrow. Nice. And this is actually kind of cool. The arrow itself being shot. So this is the lightning collection, look going on here. I do like the pink, and it looks like the after effect of the arrow being shot off. I can dig that. So we might actually use that. So, all right. And of course, just about every ranger, oh, she fell over. Every ranger comes with a hi-ya hand, little karate chop hand. Then also you got a solid fist. Cool. Okay. So we're gonna leave those alone. I'm gonna try to restand her up. I'm gonna try to see that knee bends. So yeah, so I'm stressing this knee out by moving it. So yeah, make sure you be careful with that kind of stuff. That feels like it's gonna snap. You can also see that, like I said, stressing out areas. So they say you can boil this stuff in hot water. I'm not down for all that. It's too much work. All right. So first, we're going to put her bow in her hand. Boom. Bow in hand. All right. I'm going to straighten it out. Now, next question is, does it hook on to anything? Probably not. But you can play with it. So our fingers there have a little space in there. So what I'm going to do is stick the arrow between here. Yep, like she's holding it, grabbing it. And put that arrow up like that. I almost have an idea. Hold on here. Yeah. I can stick it in there a little further. Let's see. That. Maybe rotate it a little bit, like gravity fight it. All right. Now I need to bring her bow and her hand closer together. So what I hate about these bow and arrow stuff, it's kind of hard to pose straight. So bring her bow in. I kind of see the space there. So I'll bring the bow up a little bit. Bring that up a little bit. Actually, what I can do, get a little space right here. I'm going to try to snap, or I'm going to try to snap that in there. Hold on. That actually might be an idea. See what I'm trying to do there? Snap that guy in there like so. I don't know if that'll work. Yeah, barely. All right, now put her bow back in her hand. Yeah, it won't stay on there. All right, so I got to go back to the drawing board there. Throw that on there. Through those fingers. Boom. Close enough. All right. What if I just stick it? Yeah, see, I can't keep it in there. So I try to keep the tip in there. In her hand there. There. Yeah, that's why I never pose them like this. That was a fallout. Go figure. So what I'm gonna try to do is angle it in there. taking like an hour. All right. Well, whatever. You guys get the idea. Oh, she looks like Spider-Man shooting web. All right. Yeah, so that's not working too well. You guys get the idea though, right? From an angle, it looks good. But you know that's going to fall right out. And it's twisting back, so I'm just going to pose her with her bow. But she just shot it. Boom. Yeah, that's the pose I'm going to work with for the moment. So, anyways, guys, that's the cell shaded edition of the Pink Ranger. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, kiddies. Till next time.